What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Boogie2988 coming at you live once again. Today's the 1 week anniversary of my new shake-oriented diet, and I've lost a total of right at about 20 pounds according to the weigh-in this morning. Now, for those of you who have been paying attention, I lost the initial 17 in the first 3 days of the diet, and the additional weight loss, if you remember, at one point I tweeted that I'd lost 21 total pounds. Now, your weight, when you pay this close attention to the scale, and it's highly recommended you don't pay this close of attention to the scale because it will make you crazy and discourage you, but your weight will fluctuate pound for pound, day by day, and that's the natural course of the body. And a lot of that has to do with water weight and other things. So when I stood on the scale today and I saw 20 pounds, I wasn't that butthurt about it. And I want to point out that the first weight that I lost in the first 3 days, that 17 pounds was almost exclusively water weight. I had a calorie deficit that day. Anytime you do a fast or a diet like this, you're going to lose a lot of water weight very, very quickly. So the reality of it is 2, maybe 3 pounds of the weight that I've lost has been actual fat burning. And that's a nice, healthy, solid rate. I'd like to think I might have burned a little more than that. But as you guys know about me, on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I'm at home pretty much all day, and I can eat whatever I want. I can be very much in control of whatever. I'm in a closed environment, so eating nothing but shakes or eating shakes plus a very light dinner is very easy for me on those days. But as Thursday rolled around, I knew that I was going to have to be out near people, and I wanted to try to socially eat. So I was going to eat things that I knew that I could eat, fast food, things along that lines, without poisoning myself. So on Thursday, I had Chick-fil-A. I had a deluxe chicken club and a carrot salad, which turned out to be an excellent meal, and I lost a fair amount of weight still. But I was putting a lot of carbs into my body that I wasn't getting used to having because of the shakes, and I was putting a lot of preservatives and a lot of salt into my body that I'm not used to having. And my sodium skyrocketed on that day. So naturally, I'm going to keep a little bit of the water weight on. On Friday, we traveled to Kansas City, Missouri to see Brandi Carlile in concert. Excellent show, for the record. And if you were there, you might have seen some fat guy sitting near the front. That was me. On Friday, we ended up stopping and getting road food. We got Subway, which was delicious. I got a foot-long oven-roasted thing. Came out to like 870 calories for the whole foot-long, plus a couple of chips. And but again, I put on weight that day, and I put on weight again Thursday because of the carbs, because of the preservatives, because of the sodium. The stuff that does to your body, it's rough. And so Saturday rolls around, and then I was stuck at the Magic Shop the entire day, and I had to eat pretty much whatever came to me. And there I started the day off with a shake. I ended up eating Chick-fil-A again, the same meal that I had before. I ended up having a salad when I got home. And each of these days I'd clocked in right around 2,000 calories. The worst day was a Saturday, I think, at 2,200 calories. And then the second to worst day was, I think, 2,000 calories, so 2,000 calories. So doing pretty well when it comes to caloric intake still. But what I found out is over the weekend, even though I've still got a 13, 14, 1,500 calorie deficit, I put on some weight over the weekend. From activity, from the lymphedema swelling in my legs, from moving around, and most importantly, that sodium and those carbs. But that sodium is really bad for you because it forces, if you're a big person like me, you need to watch your sodium intake according to my doctor and according to everything I've read, because not only does it force your body to retain water, that the extra water and that extra sodium is bad on your heart, it's bad on your circulatory system, it makes everything more difficult. And one of the things about this protein shake setup is that I'm getting very low sodium, and it's awesome. There's still some sodium in the shake, but certainly not as much as I'd get from a Big Mac or a quarter of a pizza or whatever it was I was eating before, or whatever you're eating now. Then Sunday was my cheat day. Now, I wanted to stay very reasonable, and I didn't do such a good job at that. I probably met my BMR or higher to it. I probably ate between 3,000 to 4,000 calories. My goal was to not, on my cheat day, not to pass my BMR, and at least I think I may have successfully done that, but I may have even passed it. So back today, I've already got my first shake in me. I've driven my first shake in me. I'll drive my second shake into me in about 15-20 minutes. Then later today, I'm either going to have a third shake or I'm going to have a salad with some chicken on the side. I'm going to try to target 1,600 calories today and target that low carb and just flush my system. I took my water pill again today as instructed by my doctor, and we're going to see where I can get this week. And I'm excited about week 2. I didn't know that I would make it a week. I didn't know there was going to be a week 2. I was hoping. And here we are. We're at week 2, ladies and gentlemen. So I hope you're as excited as I am. I know some of you have chosen to do this diet with me. My friend Jared, I'm going to link to one of his videos below, his first weight loss vlog. His story is very compelling and very interesting, and I think you might be interested in seeing what he's doing with his life. I normally don't do shout-outs like this, and don't expect me to do another one, especially if you're sitting there thinking, maybe I should write Boogie. For this one person I'm shouting out, I've literally had 500 asks, but I'm doing it because I watched one of his videos and it really moved me and it really touched me, and I really want to share his story with you. So why don't you go check that out, and we'll weigh in again tomorrow and again on Wednesday and then again next week, and we'll see what happens.